the girls basketball team. What are you going to be looking for tonight? Wilmington is coming in to this first ball game 0-1.
I am just glad to get back into basketball. I tell you, football's nice, but it's outside and cold. And I'm glad just to get back into Herman Court. And I'm excited about watching the girls last year. They had a really good season. I think one of my favorites, though, graduated, a little senior guard they had last year for Wilmington College.
Courtney Tucker.
Yeah, she was awesome. So I'm going to be curious to see who steps up in their place. And I'll tell you, this is also kind of neat because they're playing Mount St. Joe, which, Mount St. Joe had national notoriety last year because of the girl Lauren Hill, who played for Mount St. Joe. And that's it's a tragedy what happened to her, but it brought a good positive light on college athletics at this level. And Mount St. Joe's already played a game. I'm not sure they won or not, but that was down at Xavier's.
Yeah, the Cintas Center.
Right. They did a nice little memorial for Lauren Hill. Both teams stopped, just set the ball down right in the middle of the game for a few seconds. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I did not see that. That's really cool. They did something like that for them.
Yeah, they set the ball down. All of them gathered around the circle and did a little memorial to her and went on with the game.
Wilmington this season, they're coming in, like we said, they only got rid of a couple seniors last year, but this year they only have one senior on their team. That's Alexandria Kingsbury, but they brought back junior Brittany Jefferson, sophomore Ellie Cavell, junior Hannah Haystacker, senior Ashley Andraki's a senior too, junior Jacole Tabor, and also Mary Moyer, probably one of the most impactful players on this Wilmington women's basketball team last year was Mary Moyer down underneath that basket. What did you see from her last year developing throughout the season, Charlie?
Well, she's a young player. She had a lot of poise. She didn't rush things. I tell you another one, Ashley Andraki. It's good to see her back. She ran the offense pretty well. And the one girl I'm anxious to see if she has gotten any better is Brittany Jefferson, because last year she was coming on. She shot a lot of threes, but I liked her aggressiveness last year, but she kind of sometimes would get out of control, and hopefully she's worked on that.
Yeah, she had a little problem where she would get on fire or, she would try to make too many plays by herself when she should have involved her teammates, and we're looking to see if she can involve her teammates a lot more this season for the Fighting Quakers.
Yeah. Haystacker and Cavell, too, they're good. Yeah, they got a lot of playing time last year, and they're still young. Haystacker's still just a junior. Ellie Cavell's only a sophomore. Andraki, she's a senior.
Well, Charlie, the rules for women's basketball changed at the end of last season. Instead of them playing 2 20-minute halves like in men's basketball and all throughout NCAA, they're now playing 4 10-minute quarters. It's still a 40-minute game, so to speak, but they're playing 4 quarters instead of 2 halves. Do you think that's a good rule change for college basketball, in the girls' realm, or do you think they should have stayed with the 20-minute halves?
Well, basically, the only thing it does is just adds another rest time for them. You just basically a built-in timeout. I don't think it's going to really make much difference, do you?
I don't think so either. I think the main reason why they did that was the foul problems that we saw people get into. It shortens up games because you have the four quarters. I don't think it's going to affect any. This is the first game we're seeing that new rule isn't going to be enforced, but it could be for the better and it could be for the worse.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have much of an impact at all, to be honest. We'll find out. We'll see if there's any big changes with it, but yeah, they're used to playing 4 quarters in high school, so and maybe that's what they're trying to do, just make it more, like the same as high school. Yeah.
Right.
So it's not that big a change.
But the men still play 2 20-minute halves, which I kind of like the halves. I think watching a college basketball game, it goes a lot quicker than an NBA game. NBA, they don't have defense. I don't like watching it anyways, but I just think college basketball playing the 2 20-minute halves, it speeds up the game a little bit, and you have those 5-minute marks. The first 5 minutes of a half and the last 5 minutes of a half are so important when you play a 20-minute half that it seems like we're doing the 10-minute quarters now, that it might take away from those crucial 5 minutes that we've seen, and it might not. You never know.
Might add more to the first 5 minutes of the game than the whole second quarter possibly. Might bring the intensity up a little bit. We'll just have to see. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal though either way. I'm anxious to see how good the Lady Quakers come out. You say they've already lost one?
Yeah, we'll go through that here in a few minutes. Let's go down the schedule for you. This is a 2-day Tip-Off Classic here from Wilmington College, the 24th annual Hampton Inn Damon's Tip-Off Classic here from Fred Risk Arena. Tonight we have 2 games, and tomorrow afternoon we have 2 games. The first game tonight, obviously, is the Wilmington Fighting Quakers, as they'll be taking on the Mount St. Joseph Lions. And at 8 o'clock tonight, Franklin will be taking on DePaul. Tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m., DePaul takes on Mount St. Joe, and at 3 p.m., the Wilmington Fighting Quakers take on Franklin to close out this year's Damon Hampton Inn Classic.
You know, one thing I'd like to see them do is have the winners play and then the losers play.
I think that's what they did last season, but it seems like they just have everything all scheduled out this season, where the winners played and the losers played. I mean, I don't know why they've changed it up a little bit or why it's the way it is now, but I mean, that's just the way it is this year, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot more exciting, have a little winners bracket game, a little losers bracket game, and who knows, it may already be, this may be a self-fulfilling prophecy here. You never know.
Right.
Maybe that's the way it's going to end up anyhow. But I don't know. I mean, I thought that was kind of odd. I was kind of hoping there'd be a winners bracket then a losers bracket game. But
3 of the 4 teams that are coming in here to this Hampton Inn Damon's Tip-Off Classic, they have 1 loss already. The only team that's 1-0 on the year is the DePaul Tigers. We'll see them later on tonight. We'll get to talk a little bit about them. We've got 2 Indiana teams and 2 Ohio teams. It seems like DePaul being from Indiana and Franklin being from Indiana as well. Mount St. Joe in Cincinnati and Wilmington here in Wilmington, Ohio. Mount St. Joe, they're coming in as they opened the season, like you said, with a 70-63 loss to Earlham in their first annual Laurel Hill Tip-Off Classic at the Cintas Center on the campus of Xavier University. The Mount trailed 13-11 at the end of the first quarter with Sierra Phillips keeping the Lions in the game. Phillips finished the half shooting 3 of 5 from the field with 8 points, making 2 free throws. Hartfeld sparked the comeback with a 3-pointer. Berlin Webb scored 7 points in a row to tie the game in the second quarter. Earlham did rally back to take the lead 32-25 at the half. Leanne Struder hit a big 3-pointer with 4:34 left in the third quarter to shorten the Terrier lead to 38-32. From there, Earlham distanced themselves, shooting 54% from the field and 56% from three-point land. Earlham led 52-42 heading into the fourth quarter. The Lions mounted yet another comeback, going on a 12-2 run with less than 2 minutes left in the game, but it wasn't enough. The Terriers held off the Lions 70-63. Earlham's Mercedes Jones finished with 27 points, 14 rebounds, earning a double-double. And again, Mount St. Joe is 0-1. Wilmington, it wasn't quite the start of the season. The Wilmington College women's basketball team envisioned as a lackluster second period cost the Fighting Quakers, and Wilmington fell to Denniston 64-49 last Saturday at Livingston Gymnasium. Wilmington shot just 26.8% from the field and 12.5% from three-point land. The Fighting Quakers trailed by 2 points during the second period, but the Big Red opened by scoring 11 straight points and held off Dub C to just 4 points during the 10-minute period. Dub C was able to trim the deficit in the third quarter as junior Brittany Jefferson scored 7 of her team-high 13 points. Jefferson shot 5 of 20, just 5 from 20, tallying her 13 points, and she added 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Sophomore Savannah Hooper added a career-high 10 points on 4 of 14 shooting. Junior Mary Moyer added 7 boards, but she only had 5 points. The Fighting Quakers, which returned just one starter from last season, was picked to finish 5th in the OAC this season. And yes, Wilmington did bring back just one starter, but they almost brought back everyone that saw playing time last year.
Yeah, a lot of those girls on Wilmington's roster saw a lot of playing time last year. So, yeah, just the one starter, but that's kind of misleading. Tell you one thing I noticed, too, looking at Mount St. Joseph's roster, they only have 2 seniors. And, yeah, Wilmington is the same way, right?
Wilmington's got just 2 seniors, and Ashley Andraki and Alexandria Kingsbury. And right now, they're not listed as starters for this Wilmington team. But I can imagine as the year goes on, they probably will end up starting more games than not. But they're going to see a lot of minutes. Like, that's another thing that we've been, keyed on is minutes. And like we said, they only returned one starter, who was Mary Moyer from last year's team. But everyone on that Quaker team last year saw some sort of minutes towards the end of the season. And, in the OAC tournament, we did the first game here at home that they played, and then I actually traveled and went to the Capital game. They were in that game. It seemed like that first game of the year that Wilmington had where they just couldn't buy a basket at all. So only shooting 26%. I think that was their problem towards the end of the year last year. We saw that where they weren't shooting very well. They need to be able to shoot more and, just make more baskets in the end, Charlie.
Well, looking at their lineup, Wilmington's that is, I see 8 names that I recall from last year that played a lot. And that's a lot. And Wilmington only has, 5 freshmen coming in. Looks like 5 freshmen.
5 freshmen.
Yeah.
5 freshmen.
Wilmington, everybody is from Ohio.
6 sophomores.
Mount St. Joe, everybody's from Ohio except for one girl. It's Rachel Fairfield. She's from Aurora, Indiana. And then they've had Meredith Hartfield. She's from Kentucky.
There's 2 Kentucky players and an Indiana player on this Mount St. Joe team. You also had Erica Walsh.
She played down Louisville too, so
it's going to be a good ball game here tonight. That's for sure.
Hope.
Mount St. Joe's a really good team, and so is the Wilmington, the Lady Quakers. They're going to have to come out, and obviously they're going to have to shoot the ball better than what they did. And I'm sure Jerry and them, they've worked on that all week long in practice, getting you prepared for this weekend because you got 2 games in 2 days.
And somebody's going to get their first win tonight. And I tell you, just to remind you, this is sponsored by Damon's and Hampton Inn. I tell you what, the Hampton Inn Holiday Inn, a lot of people don't realize this, but they're owned by the same person out there in Wilmington. And they are, I tell you what, both class acts, Hampton Inn and the Holiday Inn out there. So if you ever get a chance to stay in Wilmington, we definitely tell you Hampton Inn is just a great place, great breakfast too in the morning. If you're ever in here in the morning, just go in and say, "Hey, Hargrave said I could eat breakfast." Best breakfast in Wilmington, Hampton Inn.
Everyone knows Charlie Hargrave around here, that's for sure. Charlie knows a lot of people as well.
Just a few.
We're going to get ready to do the starting lineups here shortly. Again, you're listening to us live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. Your home for high school and college sports. I'm A.J. Ganger. With me is Charlie Hargrave doing the basketball color with me. And next weekend, we have the Ohio Valley Hoops Classic here live from Fred Risk Arena. 10 games in 2 days. The 5 games will be played on Friday starting at 1 o'clock. And then the last 5 will be on Saturday starting at 1 o'clock, which I'm really surprised you're going to end up doing that because I'm not going to be here on Saturday.
I know, that's what I heard.
The big game's on Saturday, and I got a party to go to.
You know what? That's why they DVR it. And, it's not going to make any difference if I watch the game or not. I'll still get the updates. And, I want my Buckeyes to win, and you want your Wolverines to win. But
I actually want your Buckeyes to win this weekend, so next weekend's game means more than what it should. I mean, it's a winner-take-all game if Ohio State wins this weekend, and so does Michigan next weekend.
Well, I'll tell you, though, Iowa might have to say something, too, though, as far as getting, into the top 4. Iowa's ranked 5th, I believe, right now, which is kind of surprising.
I don't think whoever Iowa ends up playing in the Big Ten title game, I don't think they're going to end up beating them at all.
No, but they're undefeated. I mean, they're a little bit of a surprise. So
their best start in years.
Oh.
I think they're 10-0 for the first time ever.
Yep. Yep, and on the Bengals fell this week, unfortunately.
It's about time the Bengals fell.
But the Bengals,
the Texans, they couldn't even buy a touchdown.
I tell you what,
man.
the Bengals hadn't played well the last few games, so.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fred Reisick Arena at Herman Court.
Fred Reisick.
Of the Wilmington College.
I know, it's Fred Riz.
Of the 2015 Damon's Hampton in Tip-Off Classic between the Mount St. Joseph Lions
Tired of hearing myself.
Wilmington College Fighting Quakers. The NCAA and Ohio Athletic Conference promote good sportsmanship by demanding respect for all participants in the contest. Fan ridicule of athletes, coaches, or officials is strictly prohibited. Degrading remarks will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal.
Bill Wehrman's dying, and Mary's updating the website to reflect audio and delayed video
Mallory
for all
Griffith,
games.
Kelvin
We didn't know
Little,
we were
and
coming
Nathaniel
home.
Baker. To honor this country we call home and to pay tribute to the many men
Bill
and
Wehrman's
women
died.
who have
Bill
lost their
Wehrman's not
lives,
here.
put their lives at risk, and the ones currently fighting to protect our freedom, we ask you to stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Face the flag for the playing of the national anthem.
Anyway, not this weekend, but starting with the next boys or men's or women's game, we'll have boxing.
Now for the starting lineups. For Mount St. Joseph, at guard, number 4, Breland Webb. For Wilmington, at point guard, a 5'9" junior from Dayton, Ohio, Chandler Julian, number 34, Jacole Taylor. For Mount St. Joseph, at guard, number 13, Lady Sutter.
You can tell she misses not being in the game today. Or not being able to be in.
For Wilmington, at the wing, a 5'8" freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, surfing, number 24, Mackenzie Campbell.
We'll send audio to the box class. We'll still do our own.
For Mount St. Joe, at guard, number 14, Crystal Webb.
Along with our website. It'll be a simulcast.
For Wilmington, at the wing, a 5'5" junior from Dayton, Ohio, Shauna Julian, number 3, Brittany Jefferson. For Mount St. Joseph, at forward, number 15, Taylor Brown. For Wilmington,
Introducing the starting lineups right now.
Germantown, Ohio, number 15, Hannah Haysecker. For Mount St. Joseph, at forward, number 35, Sierra Phillips. For Wilmington, in the post, a 5'11" junior from Martinsville, Ohio, Clinton Massey, number 40, Mary Moyer. Mount St. Joseph Lions.
So we got Tabor, Jefferson, Campbell, Haysecker, and Moyer starting for the Quakers. And we got
Both the Webbs.
Yep. Taylor Brown, Sierra Phillips, and Meredith Hartfield.
Actually, no, it was number 13, Leanne Struder is
Oh, she's in there?
Yep.
Okay.
Number 13, 14, 15. Number 4 and number 35 for Mount St. Joe. Wilmington has a freshman starting in Mackenzie Campbell, actually, this evening, too. Number 24 for the Fighting Quakers.
She's from Turpin, Cincinnati school, so they face a lot of top quality competition down there, as we know. Seeing a lot of the boys' games last year. I think we saw Turpin in the tournament.
Yep, you did. That video is available on the website.
Yep.
All right, we're getting ready to tip this thing off. There's the whistle. Ball's in the air. There's the tip. Still fighting over it. And it's going to be pulled down by number 15, Taylor Brown. As she's bringing it up the court right now for the Mount St. Joe Lions. Gives it off to Struder, who kicks it out to Webb for 3. No good. Rebounded by Brittany Jefferson as she takes it down the floor for the Fighting Quakers. She's going to drive, take it all the way herself. Nice one-handed layup for Brittany Jefferson. And the Lady Quakers are on the board first, 2-0. Struder back down on the other end.
The thing I liked about that, she was in control. You know, she didn't get out of control. She just took it right up to the hoop. No one touched her, and that's sweet.
Phillips gives it off to Webb. Webb to Struder inside. Nice pass, and that's going to be a foul. Number 24 will be charged with the foul for Wilmington. That's Mackenzie Campbell. Not a shooting foul, so Mount St. Joe will inbound this one. Coming into the game for Wilmington, number 42, Miranda Wilson.
Sophomore out of Marysville.
Sierra Phillips will inbound from underneath the basket now. Fresh 30. Ooh. Chacole almost got a piece of that, and there's going to be a foul underneath the basket.
I think on Moyer. I think they got Moyer on a push, maybe.
Number 40, Mary Moyer.
Yeah, that's her first.
That was a cheapie.
Checking into the game for Wilmington, number 50, A.J. Arling.
A.J. Arling, number 50, comes in for Mary Moyer.
Another freshman from Minster.
Taylor Brown, she gives it off to Webb. Webb gives it off to Bristol Webb. Bristol in trouble, gets it inside to Phillips, spinning, tried to put it up, and that's going to be a foul.
A shooting foul on Arling, it looks like, maybe.
Yep, the freshman.
Maybe not. Yep. No, they called it on Haysecker.
That's her first. Wilmington already has 3 fouls here in the first minute of play in the first quarter. And Phillips will be shooting 2 from the line for the Lions.
Emily Harmon getting ready to check in the game for the Quakers. Sophomore from Versailles.
First shot, no good. Versailles has had a really good basketball team in the past, too.
Haysecker goes out. So you commit a foul, you get to go to the bench right away.
And it's only a
Seems
minute,
to be the pattern tonight.
Yeah, a minute into this first quarter. Both shots missed by Phillips. That could come back to bite him. Tabor, better watch her back here down the court. Gets it away, and it's going to be a turnover. Here comes Taylor Brown. Nice pass to Webb. Webb to Struder. Struder gives it to Bristol Webb, and a 3-pointer for Brown is air ball. And it'll be going back to Wilmington. Jacole did not pay attention from the girl behind her who got the steal on that last possession, and she'll be bringing the ball back up the court for the Lady Quakers right now.
Yeah, she just didn't sense it at all.
Wilson gives it off to Jefferson, pumps, passes to Tabor. Gives it back off to Jefferson. Wilmington looking for a good shot. Wilson gives it off to Harmon. Harmon cross court to Tabor. Tabor back to Jefferson.
7 on the shot clock.
Yeah, nice drive by Jefferson. Nice one-handed layup, and that's her second basket already of this first quarter. It's a 4-0 Wilmington lead. Now Phillips down low on the other end. No good, too strong. Ball still loose, and it's picked up by Brittany Jefferson, and Phillips is slow to get up on the other end. Jefferson pulls up. 3-pointer is good.
Number 3, Brittany Jefferson.
And it's already a Wilmington 7-0 lead. On the other end of the floor, Struder gives it off to Bristol Webb.
It's actually throws it away.
Yep.
Actually, it's a Brittany Jefferson 7.
Yeah, it's Brittany Jefferson 7, Mount St. Joe 0. with 7:41 to go in our first quarter of play. Brittany Jefferson has made all 3 of Wilmington's buckets, resulting in a 7-0 lead. 2 field goals and a 3-pointer.
Tell you what, I can tell she's worked on her game already, because last year she'd catch the ball, and I tell you what, it seemed like about 50% of the time she could travel right away. And so far that hasn't happened yet. She's looked very in control of herself.
Tabor tried to pass it to Jefferson. The ball got knocked out of bounds by Mount St. Joe. So Wilmington has the ball. It's Tabor looking for some help. Arling almost got it stripped.
No foul?
Jefferson. Oh, nice move by Jefferson. Nice pass. Jacole Tabor for 3. That one no good. Ball still loose. Ooh. Very close was Bristol Webb from going out of bounds, but she controls it. Mount St. Joe down the other end, and a foul. That one I think is going to be on Arling.
Arling, yeah. I'll tell you what, Mount St. Joe's coach wanting them to push it.
I know, that was on Jefferson.
They called that on Jefferson? Wow, okay.
So 2 points for Berlin Webb from Mount St. Joe at the line.
I guess you had your pick there between the two.
First one is good for Webb.
Number 4, Webb. Checking in for Wilmington. Number 23, Savannah Hooper.
And here comes Savannah Hooper out on the court.
Brittany Jefferson went out.
Webb makes the second. Now Tabor with the inbound. Full court press being shown by Mount St. Joe. Wilmington trying to get it down low. Tabor at top. Webb made both free throws, making it 7-2 Wilmington. Gives it off to Arling. Arling inside, and no good on the basket, but a foul. Emily Harmon with the shot. She'll be going to the line for 2 for the Lady Quakers.
Yeah, Mount St. Joe, their coach trying to wake them up. Hey, let's get in this ball game. And they played a lot tougher defense that time down the court.
Foul was on number 4, Berlin Webb, her first, team's first. And first free throw shot for Harmon is no good. Wilmington's got 4 fouls already here with 6:46 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's crazy. And most of them been just little cheapies.
Harmon can't hit any free throws, so it's still 7-2. Here comes Mount St. Joe down the other end. Struder gets it blocked by Tabor. Turnover. Here comes Wilmington on the other end. Hooper wide open down the court. Now she slows it down. Nice pass to Arling down low, and it's too strong. No good. Rebounded by Mount St. Joe as Struder's going to bring it back up to the court.
There's a missed opportunity there. She was wide
and
open.
And a 3-pointer for Mount St. Joe is no good. Wilmington with the rebound. Number 21.
Slow it down. Take your time. There we go.
Brooklyn Struworld missed that 3-pointer. Hooper on the other end for Wilmington now. Gives it off to number 42, Wilson. Wilson to Tabor. Back to Wilson. Now over to Hooper. Nice pass by Hooper inside. Emily's in trouble. Nice pass outside. No good on the shot.
Good rebound underneath, but didn't make it.
And 2 shot attempts, no good for Wilmington. The ball will go out of bounds and going back to the Lions.
It was a good rebound by Harmon. She put it back up and just couldn't make it. And she got the ball again and knocked it out of bounds underneath.
So still the only person with baskets for Wilmington right now is Brittany Jefferson, who's currently on the bench with 1 foul. Now Mount St. Joe on the other end, trying to go down low to Phillips, and Phillips gets it stolen away. Here comes Tabor. It's 2-on-2 down the court. Nice pass to Arling underneath the basket. Too strong on the layup, but the ball's still loose on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession stays with Wilmington.
Yep, Wilmington.
Quakers basketball. Now into the game for the Lions, number 3, Maria Sam.
Alexandria Kingsbury, number 33, and number 14, Ellie Cavell, coming in for Wilmington as they'll be inbounding it from underneath their basket. Wilmington's going rover here on the inbound. Nice pass to Kingsbury on the inside. Kingsbury, nice spinning to the basket, and she couldn't make the shot off the glass. She gets fouled.
Yep, nice strong drive to the basket.
Number 21, Brooklyn Sturwold, going to the line, shooting 2, number 33.
Sturwold will be charged with the foul. Her first, team second, with 5:22 to go in the first quarter. Kingsbury at the line shooting 2. The first one is up and good. That's the second person to make a basket tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, the second shot is up and good as well. 9-2. Wilmington in the lead. Kingsbury nails both free throws. Other end of the floor now. We got Sams, number 3, who gives it off to Sturwald. Sams for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ellie Cavell, and then it was bounced back in the hands of Hooper. Now Cavell brings it up the floor and
almost threw it away. Yep, they did.
As number 42, Miranda Wilson, stepped on the line. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's a turnover for Wilmington, and a timeout will be taken by Mount St. Joe. That is their first timeout with 5 minutes to go in our first quarter of play. The score, Wilmington 9, Mount St. Joe 2. As you're listening to live Wilmington Lady Quaker basketball on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Wilmington's doing a good job on the boards right now. Mount St. Joe's usually only getting about one shot down the court. And Brittany Jefferson's pretty impressive so far. She's taking a lot. She's kind of stepping up to where the senior left last year.
Right. I mean, but already here in the first 5 minutes of this ball game, we have 6 fouls committed altogether. 4 for Wilmington and 2 for Mount St. Joe. So a lot of Wilmington starters aren't on the floor right now. I don't think any of them are on the floor.
Doesn't look like it.
And now Mount St. Joe brings the ball up the court after the timeout. It's Sams. Sams looking to get rid of it.
Got tipped, so there's no over and back there.
Yep, Sturwald had to grab it. Almost lost the handle up there.
Double dribble.
Double dribble on number 13, Struder. And the ball will go back to Wilmington. So another turnover for Mount St. Joe. And Ellie Cavell will bring the ball up the court for Lady Quakers. She's trying to make a move, and that's going to be a push.
Fouls on number 13, Lainey Stutter.
Excuse me, Stutter. That's Stutter's first
Jefferson's
foul.
Back in. Haysacker's back in.
So now 3 fouls for Mount St. Joe, 4 for Wilmington. Jefferson to inbound, gets it into Ellie Cavell. Ellie gives it off to Jefferson. She spotted up for a 3, bounce back 3-pointer, no good. Haysecker was right there off the glass for 2 points.
Nice rebound.
Hannah Haysecker was in the right place, right time, as she gets the rebound and puts it back. 11-2, Wilmington in the lead.
That's where the game's being won right now, is on the boards.
Exactly. Sams with the ball for Mount St. Joe. She gives it off to Webb. 9 on the shot clock. Mount St. Joe's got to get a shot up here. There's the pick and the roll and a charge.
Offensive foul. Wow.
That'll be a charge against Webb.
I kind of thought they may call traveling. To me, it looked like she traveled before they had any kind of contact.
And Berlin Webb will be charged with her second foul, team's 4th, and she'll probably head to the bench.
Yep, she's there right now.
Ellie Cavell will bring the ball up the court for Lady Quakers as they have an 11-2 lead over Mount St. Joe right now.
Mount St. Joe looks like her.
Oh, a foul underneath.
Away from the ball.
It's going to be a foul against Wilmington.
I go Cavell.
That's Hannah Haysacker's second.
Oh, it's on Haysacker. Okay.
Her second, team's 5th.
Number 32, Emily Harmon.
So Haysacker heads back to the bench. Harmon comes back out onto the floor. Oh, nice pass to Phillips that got tipped away. And the ball will be going back to the Quakers. Good job by Alexander Kingsbury to be right there to try to knock that ball away. The ball was last touched by Phillips, though, and it's going back to the Lady Quakers. And Ellie Cavell brings the ball up the court for Wilmington. Running the offense now. Jefferson's wide open on the 3, but the ball's loose and stolen away by the Lions.
Yeah, Mount St. Joseph's playing a little 2-3 zone right now.
Bristol Webb gave it off. And nice steal.
Yeah, real nice steal by Harmon.
Harmon stole it away for Wilmington. Jefferson down here on the other end of the floor. Kingsbury to Ellie Cavell, who slows it down. Harmon gives it off to Campbell. Kingsbury's trapped. Good thing she got it off. 15-10 on the shot clock. Cavell, long 3, no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Good rebound by the Lady Quakers, and Campbell spots up with a jumper for 2. 13-2. Lady Quakers in the lead with 2:34 left to go in the first quarter.
A little baseline jumper.
Sams was trying to drive, and that's going to be a reach against Brittany Jefferson. That's her second, team 6th, and now it's a 1-1, I think.
For the second, team 6, shooting for the Lions, number 3, Maria Sams.
Maria Sams nails the first shot of 2.
Into the game for the Lions, number 15, Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown coming back into the game for the Lions. And the second shot is good. So now it's 13-4. Quakers in the lead over Mount St. Joe here in the first quarter with 2.5 minutes to play. Cavell gave it off. Now back to her. Wilmington, nice ball movement. Campbell back to Cavell. Another long 3 from the top, and that's air ball.
That was way too far out. That's an NBA 3 almost.
So the ball goes out of bounds, and the ball will be going back to Mount St. Joe as they bring it up the floor here at Fred Vrisk Arena. Brown gave it off to Hartfell. Hartfell to Phillips. Very close to a 5-second call there.
Yep.
Brown gives it to Webb. Webb trying to go underneath the Phillips off the glass. No good.
See, one shot again.
Up Campbell with the rebound. Almost threw it away, but Cavell corralled it. Kicks it out. Hooper for 3 in the corner. That one is nothing but net. 3-pointer for Savannah Hooper. And it's a 12-point Lady Quaker lead. And that one's stolen away by Campbell. It's 2-on-1 down the floor. Campbell all by herself, and she's found in the basket. Nice reverse. That was like a behind layup there from Campbell.
That was just a hope and a prayer, and they both came true there. Kind of
beautiful.
Threw it over her head, behind her,
and
behind the bag almost.
Maria Sams will be charged with her first foul, team's 5th, and now Campbell will be shooting 1 to try to complete the 3-point play. Shots up, and the 3-point play is complete. 19-14. It's a double-digit lead for Wilmington, 15 points with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Oh, and Brown on the other end. Nice 3. That's the first shot that Mount St. Joe has made.
Oh, terrible inbound pass taken away.
Yeah, Webb stole that one away. Gives it off to Brown, who's going to try another 3, and this time she airballs it, and the ball's going back to Wilmington.
The last time I had to call bank, she went to the bank on that 3,
yes,
baby.
She did. 1:08 to go first quarter. Wilmington with the ball again. Inbound pass goes to Ellie Cavell.
About a minute left to go here, yeah.
Hooper with the ball. Gives it off to Ellie Cavell. Is going to try a long 3. This time no good. That one was short, but the rebound was by Harmon. Harmon kicked it out to Hooper. Hooper underneath, reverse layup for Kingsbury is good. That one sat on the bucket for a long time, but finally went in, and it's now 21-7 Wilmington.
That's pretty nice.
And that's going to be a foul against number 32, Emily Harmon.
Number 32, Emily Harmon.
That's just her first.
6.
Team 6th foul.
Line for the Lions, number 42, Meredith Hartfeld.
Hartfeld shooting 2, and the first one is no good.
Into the game for the Lions, number 13, Lainey Stutter.
Stutter coming back into the ball game for the Lions. Second shot is up and good. 21-8. Wilmington in the lead with 38.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Lady Quakers off to a fast start here in the first game of the Damon's Hampton Inn Tip-Off Classic. Ellie Cavell gets the inbound. Full court press. She was double teamed. Got it away. Good job by Campbell to snare that one down. Kingsbury on the other end. Passes it back to Ellie Cavell, and she's going to slow it down.
24 seconds on the game clock, 12 on the shot.
Ellie Cavell's going to drive all by herself through the teeth of that defense, and she couldn't make the shot. It goes out of bounds as Alexandria Kingsbury couldn't corral the rebound, and it's going to go back to Mount St. Joe with 12.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Shot clock is dead. A Stutter will receive the inbound pass for the Lions. Down the court. She's going to take it all the way.
Coast
and
to
a foul.
coast.
Foul on Kingsbury. Nope. That was on Campbell. That's her second.
Team 7. Going to the line for the Lions, number 13, Rainey Stutter.
Yeah, Campbell girl's only a freshman, but she's got 5 points. She's looking pretty good.
Stutter shooting 2. First one is up and good.
Into the game for the Quakers.
Mount St. Joe's got 9 points right now, but only 3 of those 9 points were scored on an actual shot.
All the rest have been free throws.
Yep. 6 of their 9 points have been from the line. This could make it 7 of 10, and that will. 21-10 with 6.1 seconds to go.
And Mount St. Joe's pressing. Wilmington's got to come back to the ball here.
Wilson with it. 2 seconds to shoot. 1 second, and Hooper couldn't get it off. And that's going to be the end of our first quarter of play with the score. The Wilmington Fighting Quakers 21, the Mount St. Joe Lions 10. As you're listening to us live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. Charlie, a good first quarter there for the Lady Quakers.
Yeah, it was. I tell you, they're hitting the boards real well. I tell you one thing that's worrying me there a little bit, if I'm a Quaker, is the last couple minutes, Mount St. Joe's starting to adhere a little pressure, and they have scored about 6-7 points here, because I don't know, I just kind of feel a little momentum turning. I think the Quakers need to be ready for this press, do their press breaker, come to the ball, and keep rebounding the way they're rebounding. And maybe not foul as much. Like you said, most of the points they've got has been off free throws.
Yeah, 7 of Mount St. Joe's 10 points have come from the free throw line. Brittany Jefferson, she's got, 7 points herself?
Yes.
And she scored the first 7 of the game.
Savannah Hooper has 3. Mackenzie Campbell, I tell you, she's looking good. Just a freshman, 5 points. Kingsbury also has 4. She's got a couple of free throws in the bucket. The one who's struggling is, let's see here if I can find her name on here. She's tried 2 or 3 threes, and that doesn't come close.
Ellie
Cavell, yeah. She needs to kind of get on fire. If she get on fire, she's getting some open looks. Real impressed, though, with the rebounding of the Quakers so far.
Okay, this is game 1 of 4 this weekend, as 4 teams are here at Wilmington College for the 24th annual Hampton and Damon's Tip-Off Classic from Fred Risk Arena on Herman Court. We've got 2 games here this evening, 2 games tomorrow afternoon. We'll be on the air live at 12:45 tomorrow afternoon as we get set for our game number 3 of 4. We've got another game following this one at approximately 8 o'clock between Franklin and DePaul. Mount St. Joe begins with the basketball to begin the second quarter of play. As
our 3-pointer.
Yep. That one no good. Brown kicked it out to Sams, who tried to shoot a 3. Mary Moyer almost lost the ball there, but she corrals it and gives it to Jacole Tabor. Now back to Moyer. We haven't seen a lot of her tonight because of fouls, and this one's going to be a foul against Mount St. Joe.
Foul on the Lions, number 14, Bristol Webb.
And that's Bristol Webb's first foul of the ball game.
There's a big change, AJ. We're going to quarters. They restart the fouls up.
Yep. Tabor tried to fit the inbound pass into Moyer. She pulls it out herself. Hooper from 3, and she hits another 1-0 but net from the wing.
That was a deep 3.
Now she's 2 for 2. 24-10. Lady Quakers in the lead. Mount St. Joe on the other end of the court. Stutter gives it off to number 21, Sturwald. Now Brown tried to drive.
Jump ball, nice play there by
Number 32,
Harmon. Yeah, she reached in there, got the ball, and then got a jump ball, and we're heading back the other way. If you're just listening to us on the radio tonight or on your
that one's
internet
stolen
device,
away. And Stutter tried a layup, couldn't get it. Rebound by Harmon.
and she threw it
another
away.
steal. And a foul will be against Harmon.
Mount St. Joe's going left to right on your radio dial. Wilmington's going right to left.
That's Harmon's second foul and the team's first of the second quarter.
Mount St. Joe is going to get back into this game if they keep playing some tenacious defense like they have been.
I've been playing full court press. Inbound pass goes to Bristol Webb, who gives it off to Brown. And that's going to be an offensive foul.
Fouls on the line is number 14.
And that one's going to be against Bristol Webb. Her second.
Team's second.
She's going to be coming out, I think. Yep.
So that's going to be the big change going to quarters, is not keeping those fouls for the whole half. That's probably why they did it. Maybe they think that'll make the game go a little quicker.
Right. Jacole Tabor brings the ball up the court for the Lady Quakers, gives it off to Hooper.
She traveled.
Yep, she traveled.
She took a step before she tried to pass it. That's a good call.
And now Mount St. Joe on the other end. Wilmington turned the ball over here to start the second quarter. They had trouble in the second quarter in their first game of the year. Stutter with the basketball gives it off to number 3, Sams. Sam's trying to drive. Tried to give it off to Phillips, and it was knocked away by Moyer. Tabor gives it off to Moyer on the other end. Layup too strong for Mary Moyer. No good.
I think she was worried about charging. One of Mount St. Joe's girls was camping out underneath the bucket.
Oh, Sam's tried to step back 3, and it got blocked by Tabor. Stutter tried to layup, couldn't hit it, and then Phillips makes the basket and gets fouled for Mount St. Joe. And Kingsbury will be charged with her first foul, the team's second foul. And Phillips will try to complete a three-point play from the line. It's up and no good. And Kingsbury on the floor gets the rebound for Wilmington, passes it off to Hooper. 3-on-2 down the floor. Hooper turning no good on the layup.
Kind of forced that one.
Yeah, she was trying to hurry it up there. Rebound by Sams, and Mount St. Joe kicks it outside to Stutter. Stutter to Sams in the corner for 3. That one airballed, but Phillips was there to corral the rebound and banks it off the glass for 2.
That's 2 big rebounds she's just had. Now, Wilmington, you got to come back to the ball. You got to come help her out. Come to the ball. They're pressing. You got to come to the ball.
And Wilson gets the
They
inbound.
threw it away again. Once again, they're not coming to the basketball. They're trying to throw these long passes. You can't do that against press. You got to come to the basketball.
And that's why Sheevy just took a timeout for Wilmington. Their first timeout taken of the quarter and of the half with 7:18 to go in the first half of play. It is Wilmington 24 and Mount St. Joe 14. You are right. I mean, Mount St. Joe, they're starting to get some good looks underneath the basket.
You can just feel it there at the end of the half. Well, Mount St. Joe is playing harder right now than Wilmington. Like I said, Wilmington right there, they're pressing. You got to go to the ball. You can't just wait for that long pass. You got to go help. You got to go help your teammates out. And Wilmington's not doing that on the offensive end, and Mount St. Joe's saying, they're stepping it up. Hopefully Wilmington's made an adjustment now, and they can figure that out. I mean, everybody has press breakers. Or if it's man-to-man, you just come to the ball, set a pick.
So Wilmington off the inbound. Jacole Tabor gives it off to Wilson.
Mount St. Joe back in the 2-3.
Oh, Tabor almost traveled. Gives it off to Kingsbury. Kingsbury back to Tabor. Tabor over to Hooper. 8 seconds to shoot it. Tabor from the top to Hooper for 3. No good. Wilmington trying to get the rebound, and it was last touched by Mount St. Joe.
Yeah. She tried to hit it off one of the Wilmington players, and she got out of the way. So here we go. We got a fresh 30 seconds and the Quaker ball.
Hooper to inbound. She inbounds it to Jacole Tabor. And Wilmington was trying to run their sets, but they, got down to 8 seconds. All Hooper had a wide open look, didn't take it.
It's pretty far away. About threw it away there.
Yeah. Need to get the ball underneath to Moyer. There it is, right there. Mary Moyer underneath, and she's fouled. She'll be going to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, they need to get Mary more involved. She can be a force to be dealt with, but she can't be a force if they don't get her the ball, like you just said.
Sierra Phillips is charged with her first foul. The team's third of the quarter. Moyer shooting 2. The first one is no good. Off the back of the rim.
24-14, 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
And Moyer nails the second one. 25-14. Lady Quakers back up by 11.
That's her first point of the game.
On the other end, Stutter. Nice layup off the glass for Stutter. And it puts the lead back down to single digits. Wilmington just up by 9. Tabor on the other end. Gives it to Kingsbury. Kingsbury to Wilson. To Moyer. And that one, bad pass, stolen away.
Threw it right to the Mount St. Joe player.
Sturwald. That one stolen away by Kingsbury right into the hands of Savannah Hooper. That one was batted too. Moyer, other end, tries to pass down low. Wilson, jumper, no good, in and out. Rebounded by Sierra Phillips and Mount St. Joe.
Huh.
Somebody greased up the rim.
Well,
Stutter gives it off to number 42, Hartfell. Down low to Phillips. Going up. Nice basket by Sierra Phillips.
Nice move.
It's down to a 7-point lead.
They've cut it to 7, 25-18.
Under 5.5 to go in the first half of play. Tabor for the Quakers gives it off to Wilson. Wilson to Hooper. Man, they're just working it around here as Wilmington. Wilson, three-pointer, no good. Too strong on that one. Rebounded by Phillips. They need to get the ball down low.
Yeah, well, that, and I would be getting Brittany Jefferson back in the game, too.
Well, she's got 2 fouls.
I'd still bring her back in.
Brown hands it off to Hartfell, puts it up. That one no good, but she gets her own rebound, and she gets fouled.
Fouled by Kingsbury, looks like.
Yep. That's her second.
Number 33. Let's see, Kingsbury.
Well, I guess that's her first.
Third.
I thought I had her for 2.
A little bit of a shift changed for Wilmington.
Yeah, that's her second foul.
Yeah. It's Kingsbury's second, the team's third. Inbound pass goes to Stutter. Stutter gives it off to Sams. Sam's back to Stutter, and that one's going to be against Hooper.
Yep, ran right into her. It's her first.
Team's fourth.
There we go. Here comes Brittany Jefferson back in the game.
Calls on Wilmington's number 23, Savannah Hooper. Now to the game for the Quakers. Number 3, Brittany Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson back into the game. So was Arling. And so is Emily Hartman. Oh, that one blocked by Jefferson. And now it's going the other way. Jefferson hands it off to number 12, Locke. Locke puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Harmon. Harmon puts it up, no good. And then the ball is rebounded by Mount St. Joe. These second and third chance points are going to be huge. Wilmington not able to get any so far.
Well, they've got a bunch of them early, but they've kind of went cold here in the last couple of minutes.
This one stolen. And that's going to be a foul against Harmon. I think she shoved her trying to go for the ball.
No, is it going against Wilmington?
That's going to go against Wilmington, I believe. We're going to get a confirmation from the officials.
I think one had it one way and one had it the other way. The ball, it was a loose ball. No one had control of the ball. Well, the one ref didn't win the fight.
Fouls on Harmon. That's her third.
Well, the referees are still talking about it here.
Going to the line for the Lions, number 33, Rachel Fairfield.
Rachel Fairfield will be shooting 2 shots from the line. First one, no good. Kingsbury coming back into the ball game for Harmon.
Lexi Kingsbury. And for the Lions, number 15, Taylor Brown.
Second shot is up and no good, in and out. Rebound, though, pulled down by Mount St. Joe, and that shot no good. Phillips with the rebound, and she's fouled.
Kingsbury, I think.
Excuse me, that was Fairfield with the shot.
Number 33.
And that's Kingsbury's third.
Yep.
Team 6.
2 shots for number 33, Fairfield again, who missed the last 2. Misses.
Just 3 in a row.
Oh, 0 for 3.
Number 34, Nicole Taylor.
Free throws are going to be huge, and Mount St. Joe hasn't made a lot of them here in the second quarter. Fairfield's shot is no good. Rebound pulled down by Arling. Here comes Locke up the floor for the Lady Quakers. Jefferson from way downtown.
That's good.
And it's good. And it's back to a double-digit Quaker lead, 28-18.
She's got 10 on the night.
Sturwall took it all the way, but missed it off the glass. Arling with the rebound for the Lady Quakers. Now Locke fits it into Tabor. Tabor's got to get rid of it, and that one's off the foot of Sam's. Ball stays with Wilmington. 3:42 left to go in our first half. 28-18. Wilmington in the lead. Savannah Hooper coming back to the ball game for the Lady Quakers. Ball inbounded to Tabor. Tabor to Jefferson, who's got to look at 3 again. That one may have been tipped coming out of her hand, and it's rebounded by Mount St. Joe. 2 on 1. Oh, that one was kicked by Jefferson off of her foot. Ball stays with the Lions. What?
I hope to be off her foot.
Oh, shut up.
That's a good play by Jefferson to break that up.
Yeah. Mount St. Joe to inbound underneath the basket. Jefferson tried to steal it away, and it's going to stay with Mount St. Joe.
Good defense. Good. Brittany Jefferson's definitely going to be the leader of this team. May need her out there.
She plays aggressive style basketball.
But she's in more control this year than she was last.
Sam's almost should have been called for an offensive foul. She gets the inbound and misses the shot. Rebounded by Brittany Jefferson. Here come the Lady Quakers. Hooper.
Almost a travel. Yeah, that was a travel. That was an awful late call. I didn't usually call them before the referees did, but I do there. $10 points, 28-18, 3:22 left to go here in second quarter.
Sams brings the ball up the court for Mount St. Joe, and a foul against Locke.
That's cheap.
That's her first.
She's only a freshman also. She's got some nice speed to her.
Going to the line for the Lions, number 3, Maria Sams, shooting 2.
Sams will be shooting 2 from the line for Mount St. Joe. The first one's up and good. Both these teams trying to get their first win of the 2015-2016 basketball season, as both teams coming in 0-1 after losing both of their first games. The second shot is no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Locke. And here come the Lady Quakers. Tabor gives it back to Locke. Locke over to Hooper. Hooper to Tabor. Wilmington working around the perimeter. Now Locke drives. Kicks it to Hooper with the jumper. No good.
No good.
Under
front of him. Stolen.
Yep, that one stolen
Hooper
away.
And Jefferson kind of combined on that.
Jefferson off the glass for 2. And it's now Wilmington 30, Mount St. Joe 19, 2:45 and counting left to play in the first half. Now Brown spinning, kicks it back outside to Sams. Sams to Fairfield with the jumper. Nice.
Wow.
That one was good after a couple bounces. 2-pointer. 30-21. Back to a 9-point Lady Quaker lead. And now Jefferson on the other end gives it to Locke. And that one tipped away. And it'll go out of bounds and stay with Wilmington as there's still 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Number 13, Lady Scudder, and number 42.
And number 42, Miranda Wilson coming into the ball game for Brittany Jefferson, who's going to get a breather. Tabor gives it to Wilson. Wilson to Locke. Tabor, nice pass outside for Hooper for three. That one's short.
Tell you, they're living and dying on these threes. They need to get the ball worked inside. I know they're playing zone against them, but
and that
there's ways to work it in there.
3-pointer by Hartfeld was no good for the Lions. Now Wilmington on the other end. Tabor, nice pass. Wilson, jumper, no good. Hooper had the rebound.
I'm surprised we didn't have a foul there. Kind of looked like Hooper got pushed down, but.
And Wilmington calls a timeout as they'll retain possession after the timeout. That's just their second timeout used. 1:44 to go in the first half of play. Wilmington with a 9-point lead, 30-21 over the Mount St. Joe Lions. And Mount St. Joe making a little bit of a comeback here. And like you said, seems like Wilmington's living and dying by the 3-pointers so far.
Well,
in the
yeah,
second
they
quarter.
need to get it inside. And I tell you, they're missing those second chance points. They're getting some, but they're not making them.
And you don't have Mary into the game either, where Kingsbury that are down low that can make those shots down low.
And Mary Moyer's only got one foul. Kingsbury, she's got 3.
Wilmington
I understand
inbounds.
her being out.
Wilson gives it off to Arling. Arling to Hooper. Hooper to Locke. And
Carried the ball.
Yep.
She didn't know where she was going to pass it or dribble it, and got caught up.
Turnover.
Minute 30 left.
Stutter with the ball. Gives it off to Hartfeld. Hartfeld to Brown. Brown over to Fairfield. Thought about it. She's going to give it back to Brown. That one nearly stolen away by Wilson. Good job keeping your hands up. And Hartfeld gets charged with the charge.
Yep.
Offensive foul, turnover. I think that's just her first.
Miranda Wilson for Wilmington did a good job there. Just sat in there and took it.
And Locke brings the ball down the court for Wilmington under a minute 10 to go in the first half of play. Oh, Locke, bad dribbling there, and it's stolen away by Mount St. Joe. Nice pass on the other end. Hartfield, 3-pointers good for Mount St. Joe.
Okay, Wilmington's getting out of control. They got this little freshman handling the ball, and she's not being real decisive. Last 2 times down, she's kind of made some errors.
Yep, Wilson for 3. That one no good, but the rebound by Arling underneath and off the glass and good by H.J. Arling. 30 seconds to go in the first half.
That's her first points of the game.
Wilmington up by 8, 32-24. Now Brown gives it to Stutter. Oh, that was almost a travel there too. Stutter to Hartfield. Puts it up with one hand, no good. Rebound by Hooper and a foul against Mount St. Joe. I believe that's going to be against Fairfield, number 33.
Calls on the Lions, number 42.
Nope, number 42, Hartfield.
Second team fifth.
That's her second team's fifth, so now Hooper will come down and shoot.
Going to the line, shooting 2 for the Quakers, number 23, Savannah Hooper.
Hooper's first shot is up and good. Wilmington trying to put it back to double digits in the lead. They're only up by 9 right now. Their biggest lead, I believe, was 15. Second shot is up and good as well. 34-24, 12.9 seconds to go in the first half. We'll see if Mount St. Joe will try to hold for the last shot. Stutter gets it off to Hartfeld. He gives it to Brown. Brown to Stutter for 3. Wow! That almost looked like a desperation 3. And that's how we're going to end the first half of play with the score. Wilmington 34, Mount St. Joe 27. Here in the first game of our Hampton Inn Damon's Tip-Off Classic here from Fred Risk Arena on the campus of Wilmington College. We'll have stats and everything else for you coming up here at halftime. Again, our score, Wilmington 34, Mount St. Joe 27. We'll take a little bit of a break. We'll come back and talk first half.
Be back in a few minutes, folks.
You got like a spare paper? We need. This is a spare. She's working on a report.
Checking those drawers.
Again, we're here at halftime from Fred Risk Arena for the Wilmington Fighting Quakers against the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Leading scorers right now for Mount St. Joe, Sierra Phillips has 6 points, and Stutter has 6 points, and Meredith Hartfell has 4 points. They're shooting 27.6% from the field, 23.1% from three-point land, and an 8 of 17 from the charity strike. For Wilmington, Brittany, it's been the Brittany Jefferson show. She's got 12 points. She's 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point land. And Savannah Hooper has got 8 points. She's 2 of 6 from the field, 2 for 4 from three-point land. Wilmington shot 35% from the field. They were 4 of 14 from three-point land, which is 28.6%. They're 6 of 9 from the free throw line. They're not getting to the free throw line very much. Wilmington's got 14 points in the paint, though. Mount St. Joe's got 8.
A lot of second chance opportunities early for the Quakers they took advantage of.
They had 11 second chance opportunities, Wilmington did. Mount St. Joe has 4. Wilmington's got 11 second chance points, I should say. And their bench is scoring 14 of their 34 points right now, so that's huge for Wilmington.
Yeah, Wilmington, they just got to, I tell you what, they got to be not so lethargic on offense when they're getting pressed against, which Mount St. Joseph is not doing that every time down the court. They're just doing that, I think, if they miss, somehow they get right back into press, or they have to set that press up. A lot of times they're just dropping back into 2-3. If I'm Mount St. Joseph, when I was pressing, I was making some hay. I was getting closer because Wilmington wasn't handling that very well. You know, the girls were just setting back, and you can't do that. On press, you got to go to the ball.
And you see, when we were talking about minutes earlier in the broadcast, Hannah Haysacker's only played 2 minutes. Mary Moyer's played 6.
What about Brittany Jefferson? How many she
Brittany
played?
Jefferson has played 7 minutes and has 12 points.
And see, she needs to be in there at 20. She needs to be in there about 15.
Savannah
And
Hooper has played.
So does Mary Moyer.
Hooper's played 14 minutes. Alexandria Kingsbury's played 13. And Miranda Wilson has played 14 minutes. Jacole Tabor played 10.
But Kingsbury's in some foul trouble, and so is Harmon for the Quakers. They each have 3. And then a couple with 2. Let's see. Haysacker with 2. Campbell with 2.
Jefferson
Jefferson has 2 also.
and Hartfell, Webb. Both Webbs have 2 fouls for the Mount St. Joe Lady Lions.
So, yeah, in my opinion, Mount St. Joe's got to stay with this press. Wilmington's got to keep getting the rebounds. They're doing great on rebounding. Wilmington's got to be better on breaking the press. I feel like Wilmington's played in a little bit more control than what I expected. Brittany
Mount St. Joe hasn't led at all in this ballgame either,
Yeah.
Charlie. And Wilmington,
What was Wilmington's biggest lead?
15 points.
Yeah. Let's see, we're back to 7 now.
About 35 seconds away from beginning our second half of play. Wilmington with a 34-27 lead over the Mount St. Joseph Lions.
Connection. We're glad you're here with us at campusnation.com. Tell your friends, your families, your enemies, your frenemies to join us when your favorite team's on. Next week, we got 10 basketball games coming right here from Herman Court. Teams all over the area. High school boys basketball next Friday and Saturday.
And we've still got 3 more games this weekend as Franklin will be taking on DePaul following this ball game. And tomorrow afternoon, DePaul takes on Mount St. Joe and Wilmington takes on Franklin. Those games are at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. respectively. Mount St. Joe's going to get the ball to begin the second half.
Lions ball.
As
Here we go.
Bristol Webb brings it up.
Mount St. Joe's going right to left on your internet dial. Wilmington will be going left to right.
Yep. Brown gives it off to Stutter, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Jefferson, and that's going to be a
Quick
foul
foul
against Mount St. Joe.
I kind of thought they were going to call Webb for traveling, but they didn't. They let her.
It was
take
either
that
a
extra
foul or
step.
she stepped out after she touched the ball.
Well, maybe that's what it was.
Anyways, Wilmington has the basketball as Jacole Tabor will bring it up the floor for the Lady Quakers. Gives it to Haysecker. Haysecker to Campbell. There's Mary Moyer. Jumper up. No good. She airballed that one. She's only got 1 point tonight, too.
Right. That's not her shot.
Oh, Jefferson, loose ball. Tried to go after it, but Brown got it back. That one nearly stolen away, and it is stolen away by Campbell. Good job by Tabor to get a hand on it.
Now, this Mackenzie Campbell, for being a freshman, has impressed me so far.
And this one, that'll be a kick. Ball stays with Wilmington.
21, Brooklyn, Durwood.
And Campbell will inbound it to Tabor. Tabor over to Jefferson, who's going to drive, try to kick it out to Mary Moyer, and it's stolen away by Webb. Bristol Webb. Nice kick out to Stutter for three. That one, no good off the rim, rebounded by Haysecker. And she
Travels, yep.
Costly mistake there by Wilmington.
For the Lions, number 15, Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown coming back into the ball game for the Lions, as they'll be inbounding from underneath their basket. There's the inbound. Brown got it, throws it up.
Yeah.
And it's off the glass, going the other way. Moyer, nice pass from Haysecker, puts it up too strong. Second chance, no good. Ball is rebounded by Mount St. Joe.
Mary is struggling tonight.
As Bristol Webb has the ball. She gives it off to Taylor Brown, and this one may be
Nice
stolen away
steal.
by Campbell. It is one-on-one, and a foul is going to be called against Brown, I believe.
All on the Lions, number 15, Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown with a foul. Campbell going to the line. I tell you, I like this Campbell for a freshman.
Number 24, Mackenzie Campbell.
She played for Turpin.
She puts a little energy in the club.
2 shots for Campbell. The first one's up and good. Hey, there's the first points of the second half.
Lions, number 21, Brooklyn, Durwood.
Second shot for Campbell is good as well.
She's got a nice shot.
Back up to a 9-point lead for Wilmington, 36-27. As Berlin Webb gives it off to number 21. Sturworld, Webb for three, no good. Rebounded by Campbell, and she was
right
shoved.
there, and she got fouled again.
I got the score wrong on the scoreboard.
15, Taylor Brown.
And Brown picks up 2 quick fouls here in the second half. That's the team's second for Mount St. Joe in the third quarter. It should be 36-27 on the scoreboard. They got it wrong. Tabor to Haysecker. Haysecker kicks it out. Campbell for three.
Nope.
Almost looked like it was going to be short from the beginning, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're getting the score changed now.
We got a stoppage of play, I think, just to fix the scoreboard, or
I got to fix the shot clock. Run a few seconds off. Berlin Webb inbounds the ball to Sturworld, who gives it back to her.
Wilmington up 9.
Brown, nice little handoff to Stutter, who kicks it out to Sturworld. Back out to Brown. They're just working it around the perimeter. Mount St. Joe going down low. Phillips off the glass and good for 2.
Tell you, she's just a bull under there.
And now Campbell gives it off to Tabor.
And having shot clock problems again.
Having clock problems, period.
Wilmington's just bringing the ball down court, and the buzzer goes off for the shot clock. They're not getting a reset or something.
That was actually the game clock.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Well, we got things set. We're going to try again here, folks.
They were good in the first half. All right, Jefferson will inbound it for Wilmington. Trying to get it in the Tabor. She does. 36-29, Wilmington in the lead. Campbell kicks it out. Tabor, wide open 3, and it's short. And rebounded by Stutter, who tiptoes down the line. Kicks it to Sturworld, who kicks it out to Webb. Webb to Brown, no good on the 3. Jefferson with the rebound and a foul.
Who they going to call this on?
That's going to go against Mount St. Joe.
Fouls on the Lions, number 35, Sierra Phillips.
And that's Phillips' second foul, team's third. 6:51 left to go in the third quarter. Wilmington still up by 7 points. As Tabor brings it up the floor. Haysacker gives it out to Campbell. Campbell to Jefferson. Jefferson to Moyer for 3. That one's good.
That one is good.
That was a beautiful shot by Mary Moyer to extend the lead back out to 10 for the Lady Quakers.
Tell you, Wilmington's getting some open looks, too, on some backdoor cuts.
Oh, nice drive by Sturworld off the glass and good.
Say, okay, that'll make. Try that press again.
Yep, Tabor gives it off to Campbell. Campbell to Haysecker.
Wilmington handled it a little bit better that time.
Haysecker gives it to Tabor. Tabor to Campbell. Jefferson's open in the corner. She takes the shot, and it's good for 3 points. Brittany Jefferson. Back to an 11-point Wilmington lead. You want to shoot 2s, we'll shoot 3s, and Wilmington's knocking them down here in the third quarter, Charlie.
Yes, they are.
Webb with the basketball. Good defense by Jefferson. Tabor almost stole that one away from Stutter, and Stutter puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Haysecker. Haysecker gives it off to Tabor. Tabor to Campbell. Campbell to Mary Moyer. Nice pass inside for Haysecker and a foul. It's going to be a reach.
I don't know if Haysecker was going to make it or not to that pass. She led her pretty far. She couldn't have done anything with it if she'd have caught it. She's too far underneath the basket.
Number 13, Stutter, charged with her second, the team's fourth of the third quarter. And Tabor inbounds it to Campbell underneath the basket. She's trapped, gets it out. Haysecker throws it over to Brittany Jefferson. Jefferson to Tabor. Wilmington playing pretty good here in the second half so far.
Oh, yeah.
There's still one more quarter left to play. Campbell gives it off. Mary Moyer for 2. No good. Nice job to kick that rebound out. Moyer picks it up. Moyer gives it to Haysecker. Thought about a 3 from the corner. Kicks it out. Jefferson thought about it. Drives. Tabor now with it as Wilmington slows it up. Plenty of time on the shot clock. It's 15. Tabor gives it to Haysecker. Wanted to go down low. Throws it across court. Moyer tried to get the pass underneath the basket, but it's stolen away by Phillips, and here come the Lions down in transition.
I think Moyer might have got poked in the eye there.
Now I think she was trying to avoid it. Phillips down low. Nice basket off the glass and good for 2. 9-point Quaker lead. Tabor gives it off to Haysecker. Nice little acting job there. Mount St. Joe wanted a foul. Jefferson drives and gets it blocked by Phillips. Webb, pull-up jumper. That one no good. Haysecker with the rebound. She's pulling down a lot of rebounds here in the third quarter.
The pace has picked up quite a bit here.
Nice pass this time by Tabor, but
stolen.
Yep, Moyer got it knocked away by Brown and stolen by Webb. And that's going to be a foul against the Lady Quakers. That's just Tabor's first and team's first of the third quarter. So Berlin Webb will be shooting 2 from the line. It's a 42-33 Lady Quaker lead with 3:54 left to go in the third quarter.
Full house changes getting ready to happen here.
Shots up and good.
2 new Lions and 4 Quakers coming onto the floor.
Emily Harmon, AJ Arling, Miranda Wilson, and Savannah Hooper. The only starter left on the floor for Wilmington is Jacole Tabor. Second shot for Webb is good. 42.
And here we go, press. Now we're going to come and help out.
42-35. Lady Quakers in the lead. They got to get it up the floor here. Harmon dribbling. Gets it off
got
to
it over.
Wilson, who's fouled. Reaching.
Brown.
I think that's her third.
Fouls on the Lions, number 15.
Yep.
Third.
Team's fifth. Wilmington only has 1 foul here in the third quarter. Not so lucky for Mount St. Joe, as now every time they're going to send the Quakers to the line, as Miranda Wilson will be shooting 2.
But just for the rest of the quarter.
Right.
Not the whole second half.
First shot is up and good for Wilson.
Number 3, Maria Sam.
Sams comes back in for Mount St. Joe. Second shot is no good, but the rebound pulled down by Arling. She misses the shot on the layup.
Gets her own rebound again.
Yep. And
throws it away.
Turnover. And here comes Stutter. Takes it all the way herself off the glass for 2.
Yep, come back and help. You got to come help. Come to the ball. There you go.
Very close from getting that 5-second call. Tabor. That one's going to be stolen away. Sams against Tabor, and a foul.
Better get a TO, Coach Sheevy. Better get a TO.
Fouls on Wilmington's number 34.
Mount St. Joe's coming in. Yep, here we go. Timeout, Wilmington.
And Sams will be shooting 2 after the timeout. 3 minutes, 14 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Wilmington 43, Mount St. Joe 37.
Hasn't been that close in a long time since the beginning of the game. They've had it down to 7, but not 6. And they're going to the line to shoot 2.
Wilmington hasn't trailed in this ball game yet either, Charlie.
No, but I tell you, that press, they know what's coming, and they just start dashing down the court. It's like, girls, you got to come up. They got to recognize that. Granted, it's only the second game of the year, but these girls have been playing for some of them probably 10, 15 years.
Going to the line for the Lions, number 3, Maria Sam, shooting 2.
Hey, music.
Sam shooting 2. First shot's up. No good.
We had to let the music play a little longer there. AJ was getting funky up here in the booth.
Yeah, okay. Can tell you're old by using the word funky. Second shot is up and good by Sam.
I am old, I'll admit it.
Totally tubular, dude. Oh, that one's going to be stolen away.
Oh, it's out of
Oh,
bounds.
yeah, she didn't save it. Stutter tried to save it.
38. Once again, yeah, that press is having its effect on Wilmington.
So Wilmington keeps possession as Savannah Hooper will inbound. And she's telling him to come back to the ball. Tabor, nice pass to Wilson. Wilson gives it back to Tabor, and they slow it down. Wilson gives it to Tabor. Thought about it. Now Hooper in the corner for three. That one's no good.
No good.
Rebounded by Sturwall. And here comes
back down the court quick.
Sams with the layup. Now it's just a 3-point Wilmington lead. Come back to the ball. She's telling them to come back for the ball. They just
got it out that time.
Nice pass by Harmon to Hooper. Gets it stolen away.
They're struggling with this press.
Mount St. Joe can tie. Webb.
Charge.
Yeah.
Mount St. Joe's coach is going nuts.
Charge against Webb.
43-40. Lions are making a charge with this press. Here comes some of the starters back in.
Yeah, Brittany Jefferson and Ellie Cavell coming back in, and so's Campbell. That's the third foul on Webb.
See if they can handle this press a little better.
You got to get it in. And Arling gets the inbound, gives it off to Campbell, to Ellie Cavell.
She about got it stolen away.
She made a nice move, though. Cavell's going to take it all the way up the glass and good. Beautiful finger roll for 2 points. And it's back to a Wilmington 5-point lead. And a timeout will be taken by Mount St. Joe. 2:08 left to go in the third quarter. It is Wilmington 45, Mount St. Joe 40. As Mount St. Joe making them a little bit of a comeback here, Charlie.
Well, the press. And Wilmington, that was the way you beat the press is like that on a fast break. But you got to have press breaker plays, which right now I see what Wilmington's doing, but they're not connecting it real well. It's like they're just going through slow motion on it. I mean, it's got to be quick. That's the way you break the press. So you got to come to the ball. As soon as you pass that ball in, you just start dashing down the middle of the court. Get that ball in the middle of the court, and you can open it up. You can have a 3 against 2 about every time. But they're just slow on it. The middle of your court is a friend to you.
Bristol Webb now with the basketball. Gives it off to her sister. And now Stutter puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Phillips, though, and she puts it off the glass for 2. Nice rebound. And Mount St. Joe has been doing great on second chance points here in the third quarter.
Yep.
Campbell, nice pass to Arling. Arling to Ellie Cavell. Gives it to Jefferson, who wants to make a play. You know she does. Oh, nice pass down low by Cavell to Arling. Gets it blocked. Long three-pointer from the top of Brittany Jefferson. Good. NBA type 3 right there for Jefferson.
This gives her 18 on the night.
This one is up by Phillips. No good. Rebound pulled down by Webb. Webb to Stutter. Stutter inside to Berlin Webb, who's fouled.
By Arling, I believe.
Yep.
That's her first.
Number 50, A.J. Arling, her first team.
Yep, just Wilmington's third, but Berlin Webb will be shooting 2. Wilmington has made it back out to a 6-point lead after that big three-pointer by Brittany Jefferson. The first shot's up and good by Webb.
In for the Lions, number 21, Brooklyn Sturwell, and number 15, Taylor Brown.
Second shot is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Here come the Lady Quakers down the floor. Oh, bad pass.
That's just a fresh mistake there. She's thinking she's playing back in Turpin, and her person she played with before is going to be there.
Harmon was trying to go inside, and she was trying to hit her outside.
I don't even think Harmon realized the ball was being passed to her.
She didn't.
48-43, a minute left to go here in the third.
Bristol Webb brings it up the floor for the Lions. Setting up the pick, but Cavell went around it. Now Hartfell with a jumper. No good. Jump ball. It's going to Wilmington.
Jump ball, Quaker, best. Into the game for the Lions, number 15, Taylor Brown, and number 21, Brooklyn Sturwell.
Taylor Brown coming back into the ballgame. 47.2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Cavell gets the inbound pass. Being double teamed, she just splits the middle of them. Good job. And Cavell, coast to coast, almost had the and one, but she's going to get 2 shots anyway. That was a nice job to split those 2 defenders
Right.
and realize the whole court's open up when the other team's playing
And
zone.
I tell you what, I'm not a basketball coach, but the way I've seen people teach it, as soon as an inbounder throws that ball in, they just take off down the middle, and you hit that inbounder, and you just go straight down the middle of the court.
Cavell hits the first shot.
In for the Lions, number 42, Meredith Hartfield, and number 35, Sierra.
But it's got to be quick. You can't sit around, putz around. You got to move.
Ellie Cavell's second shot is no good. Phillips with the rebound for the Lions. Here comes Mount St. Joe. Hartfeld in the corner, wide open 3, and it's good.
Number 42, Meredith.
Cuts it down to 49-46. Wilmington in the lead. Oh, nice pass to Jefferson. Nice pass inside. Arling gets fouled, and she'll go shoot 2.
Fouls on the Lions, number 13, Lady Scooter. Going to the line, number 50, AJ.
21.6 seconds to go here to third, 49-46.
Stutter with the foul, and Arling shoots 2. It's up and no good.
Oh, no good. So you got any connection here? AJ?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
She's from Minster.
I'm just kidding you, man.
I know.
Lighten up.
Second shot for Arling is up and good. 4-point lead for the Lady Quakers. Shot clock is dead. 20 seconds to go here in the third period. Hartfeld gives it off to Webb. Webb to Stutter. Stutter over to Bristol. Webb. Phillips misses the shot. Cavell with the save off the foot of Webb, but she picks it up off the ground. Stutter, nice little pump fake there. Hartfeld gets it stolen away by Harmon. Good job. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter of play with the score, Wilmington 50 and Mount St. Joe 46 as we head into the fourth and final period.
That press has got Mount St. Joe right back in the game here.
Again, we still got one more ball game coming up at approximately 8 o'clock. It'll probably be half hour after this ball game to let teams warm up.
Yeah.
As we got DePaul taking on Franklin, 2 Indiana teams going at it as both Ohio teams go at it here tonight.
Well, what's going to happen here? Last quarter, is Mount St. Joe going to keep this momentum going, or is Wilmington going to just keep that lead they've held the whole game?
I mean, they're going to have to make some shots and play some good defense. Right now, fast break points, it looks like, are killing them as, they're playing a little lax, and Mount St. Joe's finding open looks, aren't they?
Well, that, and again, though, the defense is creating the turnovers to get them those fast break points. Again, like to remind everybody, next weekend right here at Herman Court, Friday and Saturday. Check the website for the details, but we have 10 ball games next week. Better bring your lemon juice, baby. You know it?
I ain't going to be here for both days. You will, though.
I think I'm going to be here for both days. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
I got a party. I might have to work on Friday, so you guys might have to be without me all weekend long. Bring your glasses.
I got them, baby. They're on right here.
Make sure Rick has his. We all know he's got bad eyes. And Mount St. Joe begins with the ball to begin the fourth and final quarter. It's Bristol Webb hands it off to Stutter. Stutter to the Hartfeld. Now back over to Stutter, trying to go down low for Phillips. That ball was batted away.
Yeah.
And going back to Wilmington. Good defense there.
Now we got Cavell and Jefferson and
Harmon.
Campbell.
Harmon and Arling on the floor. Jefferson with it. Nice pass down low to Harmon and gives it to Arling. And 3-second call.
Yeah, you don't see that call very often. There again, they just weren't very aggressive. But Arling's only a freshman also, so.
Got 2 freshmen on the floor for Wilmington. Here comes Mount St. Joe. As it's Webb. Gives it up to Hartfeld. Gives it to Stutter. Nice shot up and good off the glass. She called bank on that one.
Yep.
And now
2-point game.
it's a 2-point game.
No press that time. Looks like back to a little 2-3 matchup zone.
Oh, that one's going to be stolen away. Mount St. Joe can tie for the first time in the game, and Stutter puts it up and no good.
Ellie Cavell just not taking care of the ball at all there.
Yeah, but she calls this the foul. That's just her first. And now Stutter will be going to the line to shoot 2.
For the Lions, number 13, Lindy Struder.
Well, we're going to have a tie game here.
First one is good. And Mount St. Joe can tie it for the first time since it was 0-0 to begin the game. They were down by as much as 15 at one point. Now they're just down by 1. The shot is up and no good. Wilmington still with the lead. Campbell makes the rebound. Now Ellie Cavell, oh my goodness, she almost lost it again.
She did lose it again.
Ball's on the floor. Jump ball stays with Wilmington.
I tell you what, you got to make a change here, Coach. Ellie Cavell's not handling the pressure at all. We got to get somebody else bringing the ball up the court. And we are making a change, it looks like.
Yeah, Tabor comes in for Ellie. Good call there to get her out of the game. Jefferson inbounds it to Campbell. Campbell trying to make a move to the basket. Now thinks better of it. Gives it to Arling. A nice pass by Arling!
Give and
to
go.
Campbell for 2 off the glass, and it's back to a 3-point lead for Lady Quakers.
Nice give and go there between Campbell and Arling.
Bristol Webb gives it off to Stutter. Stutter to number 15, Brown. Brown to Webb. Oh, nice pass. Webb to Webb, and it's blocked by Tabor. Here comes Brittany Jefferson, 3-on-2. And charge. No basket. Jefferson's charged with a charge, and that's her 3rd foul. The crowd doesn't like it, but I mean, that call's got to go both ways. We've seen some charges against Mount St. Joe. It was a close one.
It could have went either way. Actually, the one official called it. The other one was getting ready to call it the other way, then lay it off of it.
Stutter brings the ball up the court for Mount St. Joe. 8:08 left to go in the game. 52-49, Wilmington in the lead. There's the pass. Hartfeld to tie. No good. Short. Rebounded by Jefferson in a loose ball foul.
Call on Wilmington. It's against Wilmington.
Wilmington's number 34.
I didn't see that one, AJ. Did you see that one?
I didn't see that one. Oh, it must have been a loose ball foul. 3rd on Tabor. 3rd for the team here in the 4th quarter. And with 8 minutes to go, Mount St. Joe has possession underneath their own basket to inbound. Oh, that one hit Campbell right in the noggin. Hartfeld to Phillips, and good! Phillips will be going to the line for the and 1.
I'll tell you what, she's a beast under there.
Foul on number 40, Mary Moyer.
Moyer with her 2nd foul.
And she just knocked Mary right on the ground.
So now Phillips has a chance to tie it from the line to complete a 3-point play for Mount St. Joe. And you know they're going to go back to that full court press.
They better look for a hard rebound because her foul shots earlier were pretty rough.
And that one's no good. Campbell
right there on the rebound.
Good job, Tabor.
She picked up her dribble, needs some help. Haysacker's there for the help.
Wide open. Jefferson had a look, but she decided not to take it. Tabor with 15 on the shot clock. This is to Campbell. Campbell to Moyer. Haysecker wants it down low. 10 on the shot clock. Tabor to Jefferson. Jumper. Short. Rebounded by Campbell. It's good.
Campbell right there for the bound.
She's having a big second half for the Lady Quakers, and it's back to a 3-point Wilmington lead. Webb lost it off the shoe of Campbell. Picked up by Jefferson. 3-on-2. Jumper for Moyer. Nice touch. And it's 56-51 Wilmington. 7 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Offensive foul.
And I'll tell you what, they could have called that all night. That girl's just been bullying him something else in there. Phillips.
That's her third, team's first.
She's only got 3, but I tell you what, she's got good mileage out of those 3. She could have 6 or 7. She plays rough.
Haysecker to inbound. Jefferson coming back for the ball. She gets the inbound. Campbell's wide open down the floor. Nobody saw her. Jefferson splits the middle, kicks it out to Tabor. Tabor Moyer with the jumper. No good.
No one follows her shot anymore.
Ball goes out, stays at Wilmington. Campbell was wide open down the floor.
She was worried about that other defender, and I think she was just worried about losing the ball. I think that's what happened there. Wilmington back up 5.
So Wilmington will inbound underneath their own basket. Haysecker gets it. It's kicked.
Loses it out of bounds.
Goes back to Mount St. Joe. 6:45 to go in regulation. 56-51. Lady Quakers in the lead. They haven't trailed in this ball game at all. And Mount St. Joe's had a chance to tie with some free throws, and they can't hit them. Webb all the way, foul.
Yeah, she's being held by Tabor all the way in through there.
I think that's her 4th.
Yep,
we're going to see Hooper come in.
Going to the line, shooting to number 14, Bristol Webb.
Bristol Webb shooting 2, up and good.
Into the game for the Lions, number 21, Brooklyn Sterling, and number 15, Taylor Brown.
Wilmington, you got to be ready for this press now if she makes this.
Second shot for Bristol Webb is up and good. Back to a 3-point lead. 56-53. Haysecker to inbound. Got to get it in here. Does barely. Campbell for the Lady Quakers gives it off to Jefferson. 6.5 to play. 56-53. Lady Quakers in the lead. Jefferson gives it off to Moyer. Moyer, bad pass over the head of everybody. And it's going back to Mount St. Joe. Man.
Not a good pass.
For the Lions, number 32, Meredith Hartfield, and number 35, Sierra Phillips.
Phillips back in the game. Timeout, Wilmington.
Yep, Sheevy wants a timeout here. 6:19 left to go in regulation. Wilmington struggling here in the fourth quarter. They're up 56-53. It's going to be a close one coming down to the wire, but Mount St. Joe's got to make some key free throws if they're going to want to win this game.
Well, and I tell you what, ever since the end of the first quarter, they've kind of had some momentum. And I tell you, it's a toss-up right now. Just depends if Wilmington can handle that press. If Wilmington can handle the press, they're going to win. If they can't, they're going to lose. It's that simple. Hey, your music's back on, man. You'll see these college kids up in the booth. We all get the camera on them, watching them dance up here.
Oh, yeah, it's such a party.
They're going crazy. Oh, we're having fun up here. 56-53. 6:19. Mount St. Joe with the ball and a chance to tie.
Inbound pass goes to Webb. Stutter. Nice pick. Jefferson tried to go around it. 3-pointer by Hartfeld. No good.
Rebounded.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Rebounded by Moyer, and
But
she's
got
fouled.
the foul.
And I believe that's
Her fourth.
fourth.
That's good.
Team second.
35, Sierra Phillips.
Yeah, that's good. Phillips off the floor. The Quakers seem to do a little better. She's a force to be reckoned with.
Haysecker to inbound. Gets it into Brittany Jefferson. Oh, and it's going back to Mount St. Joe. Another turnover for the Lady Quakers.
He's not handling the press. I mean,
Their ball handling has not been very good tonight either. Webb gives it to Webb. Bristol Webb with it. Looking to drive. Kicks out to number 21, Sturwald. Gives it to Berlin Webb, who spins to the basket. No good. Rebounded by Haysecker.
And she's getting beat on.
She gets fouled.
Finally, they call a foul. Had two of them in there slapping at the ball.
That was on Berlin Webb, her fourth, team's third. Here goes the press again.
Come to the ball.
Campbell.
Cut down the middle.
Or excuse me, Hooper gets the inbound, gives it to Haysecker, who gives it to Jefferson, who brings it up the floor.
Playing man to man.
Campbell with the ball, trying to fit it into Moyer. She does. That one's off Mount St. Joe's, like 3 players' feet.
It seems to me like Wilmington always tries to do one extra pass. I mean, they get good position and then give the ball up. It's like Mary Moyer. She could have went to the hoop there, but she tried to make that extra pass.
And she comes out of the ball game, and A.J. Arling comes in now. Savannah Hooper takes the inbound and shoots the 3 from long range. No good. Ball's going back to Mount St. Joe. Haysecker and Campbell both were going for the ball at the same time. They just couldn't save it from going out of bounds. And now Stutter will bring it up the floor for the Lions with 5:20 to go in the game. Down by 3, Mount St. Joe, 56-53. Lady Quakers in the lead as Bristol Webb has it. Kicks it outside. Taylor Brown for 3. No good. Rebounded by Haysecker.
Like Wilmington might have been like in a little 1-3-1 zone there.
And there's going to be a foul against Bristol Webb on Campbell. That's her third, team's fourth. Pass goes to Haysecker on the inbound. Campbell gets it on the long pass and gives it back out to Jefferson. Arling looking for the pick. Nice move by Jefferson, but she loses the ball again. Here goes Sturwald, 1-on-1, up and good off the glass.
Down to 1 point.
Jefferson should have given that ball off instead of trying to make something happen.
Yeah, she had Campbell wide open out on the left wing.
Oh, this one's
Just
stolen
throw it
away.
in.
Stutter can take the lead from Mount St. Joe, and she
Misses
missed
it.
it. Haysecker got the rebound. 56-55. Wilmington still in the lead. Brittany Jefferson with the ball, and she's slowing it down here. Trying to run some offense. Nice pick by Haysecker. Hooper goes down low to Haysecker.
Got
There's a
hammered.
foul.
Hammered by
Stutter.
Struder, or Stutter, I'm sorry. Struder, I don't know where that came
Struder, Stutter,
Number 13, Lainey Studer.
Studer.
from. Struder,
I've been calling her Stutter all game.
that's her fourth.
2 shots for Hannah Haysecker. 2 big free throws. First one. Oh,
In and
man,
out.
in and out. She needs this second one here.
The little cleaning of the floor detail here in between the 2 foul shots.
Isn't that your job?
No,
No, wait, that's Rick's job.
that's Rick's job. That's all mine.
Second one for Haysecker. That one's short. Rebounded by
Well,
Sturwald.
now St. Joe can take the lead here.
Brown gives it off to
Baseline.
Sams. It's blocked. Sams did get their own rebound, though. Shot. Studer, no good. Rebounded by Brown. She stepped on the line, but it wasn't called. Brown give it to Webb. Webb no good. Finally, Hooper pulls down the rebound for the Lady Quakers. Here comes Jefferson. 3:35. Haysecker to Campbell. Nice move by Campbell. Up off the glass.
Nice.
Good for 2.
A nice move by Campbell.
Brown took a shot. She's slow to get up. And a timeout will be called by Mount St. Joe. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the game. Wilmington holds on to a 3-point lead at 58-55.
I tell you what, this Mackenzie Campbell is going to be a force to be dealt with. She's got 12 points, only a freshman. You know, she's got good size, too, for a freshman. I'm real impressed with her play. Now, Brittany Jefferson here last few minutes has kind of returned to the way she played last year. She's kind of out of control. She needs to come back the way she was the first half. 3-point game, 58-55. Wilmington still hadn't lost that lead yet.
Not yet. They've come close, but, you know, these are the types of games where you have to learn to finish.
Right.
You got to play a full 4 quarters and be able to finish here to keep the lead.
It's going to be a nightmare for you with all this music.
We never got flagged last year.
Yeah, but that's because the audio was on sound. We put it on SoundCloud, and there really wasn't any video, but just a couple minutes.
You can tell YouTube that.
If we're doing all the video, they'll probably have 50 flags for us to listen. That girl down there playing the music, that freshman down there, playing all that illegal music.
Yeah.
Here we go. Mount St. Joe with the ball, 3:18 to go.
Yep, Studer has it. Trying to make a move. Gives it off to Webb. Good defense by Wilmington. Almost had her trapped. Hartfeld gets fouled by Jefferson.
That was a good foul because she had easy layup. So,
I think that's Jefferson's 4th.
yeah, so you can't really fault her for that foul. Made a good move down the baseline. This girl is a pretty good shot, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her make both free throws.
Hartfeld's first one is no good.
As soon as I say that, she starts laying a brick.
Way to go.
That's good. I put the hex on her. I just said she was a good shot.
Right.
That's the first one. Left-handers, though. You never know with left-handers.
Second one, that one's good.
That was pure. That was a nice shot.
58-56. 3 minutes to go. Ellie Cavell gives it off to Savannah Hooper. Gives it back to Cavell.
I'd be finding Campbell.
She's right there, and she
Yep.
has the rock. They're double teaming her. Arlen gives it off. Harmon, no good. Rebound pulled down by Brown. Here comes the Lions down the court. Struder
I think I want the ball in either Campbell or Hooper's hands right now.
puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Ellie Cavell.
Well, slow down, Ellie Cavell. He gets way ahead.
Oh, Hooper had a wide open look. Didn't take
Tell
it.
you, they're battling underneath.
Ellie Cavell.
And the one girl from Mount St. Joe has 4 fouls.
Hooper gives it to Harmon. Harmon throws it out to Ellie Cavell. Campbell's wide open on the other side, but Hooper takes the 3. No good. Nice
Campbell on
rebound
the
by
bound.
Campbell.
Oh.
And Wilmington
See?
running clock.
I know she didn't want to bring it back up there, but I tell you what, you're right there in the paint. Take it back up
Keep
there.
possession. Cavell to Campbell. Campbell back to Cavell. Wilmington just running some clock down, 1:50 and counting. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here we go. 5 seconds. Arling with it. Nice pass down low to Campbell. No good, though. And it rebounded by Webb. I thought Harmon came down with that rebound. Coast to coast. Charge.
Wow.
I think that's her 5th.
On the Lions, number 4.
Yep, she's just fouled out.
Took a lot of guts to stay in there and take that one. She was
Berlin.
coming with a full head of steam.
Berlin Webb fouls out. And Sams will come in. That coach is in the ear of the official right now. 58-56. Lady Quakers in the lead with a minute 33 to go and the ball.
He's been rather animated all night, that coach.
Brittany Jefferson has the ball, gives it off to Jacole Tabor. Tabor back to Jefferson, 20 on the shot clock. There's Campbell. Got to get it off here.
They got to come to her, help her out, you know.
Jefferson traveled.
You know, and she had Campbell right there on the wing. All she's got to do is dish it. She's trying to do too much. She's
We've
forcing.
seen her become selfish before.
Well, she's just trying to carry the team. I don't know. Selfish is right. I think
she's the one trying to make the play.
She's trying to do too much. Yeah. Depend on your team.
Studer with the ball. Gives it to Webb for 2, and that's airballed.
Tell you what, it's got to be so frustrating for Mount St. Joe. And they've come so close. They've had it down to 1. They've had it to 3. Now it's 2. Less than a minute to go here. 58-56.
I will say this: Wilmington does need a basket in the worst way possible.
Yep.
Harmon gives it to Jefferson. To Tabor. Wilmington can take their time, but they need to get a basket on this possession no matter what to make it a 2-possession game. Arling with the pick, and this one's stolen away.
Once again, Brittany just trying to do way too much here.
Sturwold to Sams, who misses. Good. Ball still loose, and it's going to be a foul.
I think they're calling the foul on Campbell. And heck, it could have called it either way there.
I just think the ball was just loose.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It probably should have been a jump ball.
And now Bristol. Webb will be shooting 2 to try to tie. The first one's good. 58-57.
Timeout, Wilmington. Yeah, at the beginning, 0-0. No, but they've had it to 1, and they've had it, to 2. They've had it to 3. Here we go, 58-57. Wilmington up. 29.8 seconds.
Wilmington needed a basket on that last possession. Like you said, Brittany Jefferson
just trying to do
too much.
I'll tell you what, they need to get this Campbell girl more involved. She's got 6, 9. She's got 12 here tonight by my count. Hooper's got 8. Brittany Jefferson has got 18.
Sweating his feet off the head. He was vomiting on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He looks nervous, but on his
Uh-oh. We got AJ rapping up here in the booth.
He keeps on forgetting what he...
Wait until we get the stats.
58-57.
Take a break. I'll recycle everything.
29.8. I thought Donato's was sponsoring this thing. Damon's. Where's our ribs, baby? We need some ribs up here in the booth.
I'm hungry too.
Here we go.
Not doing nothing. Rick, go get us some food.
To tie it up.
Webb, she missed it. Ball still loose, and Brittany Jefferson pulls it down. The clock needs to run. There it goes. And a foul. There should have been at least 5 more seconds off that clock. And Taylor Brown and the officials are going to take some time off because they are talking about it right now.
Going to the line, shooting 2, number 3, Brittany.
I hope they're not.
No.
Jefferson will be shooting 2. These are 2 big free throws to make it a 3-point game if she makes both of them. He's a pretty good free throw shooter. The first one's up and good.
19 on the night. Definitely need this one. Get that 3-point lead.
Second shot, good as well. Good job by Jefferson to nail them both. And now Sheevy takes a timeout. 27 seconds to go in regulation, 60 to 57.
Wilmington hadn't pressed all night. Do we try to throw a little press here on them?
I would, but you got to be careful. Do you foul to make him only shoot 2?
Who's got 4 fouls?
Jefferson's got 4.
I
think that's it.
Tabor has
Tabor's
4.
got 4.
What a game, folks. Come down tomorrow. We got 2 more games tomorrow. We got 1 more tonight. Come down, catch the action live here at Herman Court. Plus, hey, guys, those of you who don't like doing the Black Friday shopping, 5 games on tap here. Herman Court, right? Next Friday. Right. Starting at what time?
1 o'clock. Right.
1 o'clock, and they're going to run probably clear up till about
we don't know
10 or 11.
Here at all, do we? All right. May just be you and my wingman.
Who's that?
Me.
Okay. I've talked to a couple guys.
That's when we'll have all the food.
I hope. Is Lee doing that one too?
What's that?
Lee doing that one too?
Yeah, but Lee's not allowed to sit in the booth.
He's got it down there somewhere. All right, 60-57, 27 seconds
We
left.
get the booth because we're awesome.
We get the booth because we are the Quakers' go-to broadcast.
The voice of the Quakers.
Well, the Hurricane.
Of course, the Wilmington Hurricane. Of course, Lee doesn't. It's not the hometown.
Studer has the basketball. Mount St. Joe down by 3. 15 seconds.
No fouls.
Phillips puts it up, and it's good. And now Mount St. Joe's going to take a timeout with 13 and a half seconds to go.
Okay, now you know the press is coming.
That was close from being a foul, too, from Wilmington.
Well, you know what? They could have called it either way.
Yeah, that was a foul.
Offensive or... She's a bull in there, man. $60-59. And it's almost 8 o'clock now, so the second game probably won't get started until about, I'm guessing, probably 20 till 9, somewhere in there.
Yeah, tell them we'll send out
8:40.
notification when they get ready to come back on the air.
We'll send out a push notification to let you know when we're ready.
If you got a map.
So you can go get some hamburgers, hot dogs, whatever in between the break. Or some Damon's ribs. This is the Damon's Tip-Off Classic. If it's in the morning, I'd say go to the Hampton Inn for breakfast.
That's going to drop it. Now we're back home tonight, and then not back here in the morning.
You can send us a continental breakfast over from the Hampton.
Y'all just stay with your dad here tonight.
I'll stay with my dad.
Tabor to inbound.
I got a room for him.
Oh!
Almost stolen.
Yep, almost stolen away, but it's going to
But
stay
there
with Wilmington.
again, look how far they had to throw the ball. You got to come to the basketball. She was on her way there, but
You know you're going to get fouled.
why start so far away?
Jefferson gets it on the inbound, dribbling down, trying to avoid being fouled and run as much time off as possible. She does, but then she gets fouled by Studer, and she'll be shooting 2 with 7 seconds to go. That's her 5th, and she's fouled out.
Teams 8.
Jefferson, these are 2 big free throws coming up.
Jefferson. In for the Lions, number 25, Sierra Phillips, and number 42, Meredith Hartfield.
Mount St. Joe's a good team.
Well, I tell you, Wilmington just didn't catch on to that press early enough. They've got to work on that. They have got to work on, and maybe get a couple different press breakers.
Ooh, Jefferson
First one's
missed
no
the
good.
first.
I'll tell you what, this would be a bad thing, terrible thing, have Wilmington lose this the last second of the game. They've been ahead the whole game.
She needs this one. There it is, 61-59. A 3-pointer can win it. A 2-pointer can send it into overtime, but she's got to get it inbounded. 7 seconds.
No pressure on the ball for Wilmington either.
Webb gives it off. 3-pointer to win. No good.
Oh.
And the Lady Quakers are
Wow,
going to
what
survive.
game.
Your final score.
And Wilmington will win this one by the score of 61-59. to 59 as the Lady Quakers get their first win of the season against the Mount St. Joe Lions.
Did they bring the stats up, or do I have to go get them?
It doesn't matter.
Did someone bring them up the last time?
Yeah.
15 points. Wilmington was ahead at one point in this game.
Turned it out being a 2-point game. And it was a hard-fought game for Wilmington, though, but they finished. That's the only thing that matters. But Mount St. Joe, if you want to really look at it, Mount St. Joe should have probably won this game by at least 5 to 10 points because of all the missed opportunities that they had. They had so many shots they should have made to be able to take the lead or at least tie this game, and they just could not do it.
Well, you could almost say the same thing for Wilmington, though. They start out on fire with second chance points, but they kind of went cold on it. They were still getting rebounds, but they weren't making anything. And, this is where, if you're a coach, I think Wilmington, you just got to set Brittany Jefferson down and say, look, you are a very good player, you're a great player, but you've got 4 other players out on the court with you. Let them help you. I mean, she had 20, I think she had 21 on the night. So, I mean, she is definitely the leader of the team and did really well, but she's got to know when not to overdo it.
We'll have 30 minutes on the clock before the beginning of our next ball game between the Franklin Grizzlies and the DePaul Tigers. DePaul from Greencastle, Indiana. Franklin is from Franklin, Indiana. So that game will begin in just about a half an hour. Well, we should have final game stats from the Wilmington game coming up here shortly. We'll go over those in just a little bit. And then we'll get you all ready to go for the next ball game with about 10-15 minutes until tip-off of that game. You've been listening to us live here on
8:31. We'll be starting
here on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. We should have stats coming up very shortly.
What's that look about? There's a guy that should get late tonight and have a place to stay. And he's going to have to sleep in his car now. So I'm going to drive home.
He ought to sleep with you. He ought to go to your house.
I got a chicken yard. Chicken house.
Well, I'm going to go visit the little boys.
Since we get the stats, and I'm going to start. I don't know why. I heard it. Yeah, we got money. Plus, it's the time.
I think this whole system screwed.
Common Core math figures it out. I know there's a reason we keep it. He's so smart. He's like on top of it. That's for sure. He's about the smartest that I've seen Wilmington turn out. I'm pretty smart.
Final stats from our first game between Mount St. Joe and Wilmington. Leading scorer for Mount St. Joe with 16 points was Sierra Phillips. With 11 points was Lenee Struder. With 8 points was Meredith Hartfeld. They shot 30% from the field, 18% from three-point land, and were 17 of 32 from the free throw line. Leading scorer for Wilmington was Brittany Jefferson with 21 points. With 13 was Mackenzie Campbell. She also had 10 rebounds, making it a double-double for her. Wilmington shot 35.1% from the field. They were 31% from three-point land and 60% from the line, shooting 14 of 23. Wilmington had 24 points in the paint, 17 off turnovers, 13 second chance points. Their bench had 19 points as well. And again, Wilmington wins 61-59 to improve to 1-1 on the season. And Mount St. Joe falls to 0-2. I think Rick is going to restart everything, and we'll be back on the air here shortly with our pregame for our second game of the night between DePaul and Franklin.